Xin chào everybody, my name is Viet and welcome back to another episode. It has been a while since my last upload, but that was because I had a rest week in between. So the footage you're seeing now is from, I think 2 weeks ago. And one of the main projects I had was this V4 Plus right next to the green. And yeah, this was like one of the only things that I wanted to try. And the reason for the rest week, which is like the focus of this episode, is because I think it's really important to take like some time off from climbing once in a while. I mean, I feel like I've been climbing all summer for like 6 or like 5 days a week, and sometimes it does become overwhelming and kind of stagnant because you're doing the same things over and over. So before the rest week, I was still working out and I was still climbing, but I feel like I wasn't making much progress on my actual projects. And I think that was one of the reasons why I decided to take a rest week. And I think the rest week was around, I think 8 days or 9 days, because I was still planning to climb like in the week when this footage is being recorded. And I think this is like Tuesday or something, or Monday. And I went for the beginning of the week, but then I sort of ran out of motivation to keep climbing for the rest of the week. So it's half a week and then an entire week afterwards. And I think the two main things that you gain from a rest week or like just taking time off is, first of all, obviously like the physical rest, because you're not overloading your body so much. So you get to rest your fingers and your like shoulders and whatnot. But also, I think more importantly, you're resting your brain, like mentally, you're getting a reset, because I think it's really important to get like a change of pace once in a while, and to sometimes, not always stick to one schedule, because it does become draining eventually. And I think it kind of compounds when you feel like you're not making progress. So even though I think I was still enjoying like the process of working out and going to the gym and like doing my 10k steps every day, I felt like I wasn't actually producing an end result for all of this like effort. And so yeah, I think this is Tuesday, because I changed my shirt, so it must have been a different day. And a funny story, I think this week I was gonna plan on like filming some more exercises and workouts, but someone broke the rope for the edge, so I haven't been able to do like my typical workouts. But yeah, the juicy part of this video is coming up, and it's because I spent an entire 3 sessions this week on one climb, and unfortunately I won't be climbing it anymore. As you can see, I have developed a couple flappers on my palm from doing one move like 1,000 times. So yeah. So another topic I wanted to speak on was my mentality for this week after the rest week. So obviously, after taking a rest week, I was feeling quite strong, actually, even though I didn't work out for the entire duration of it. But I felt motivated, and I feel like I was already pretty close to like maximum strength, I guess I could say. So this is me just trying some of the easier stuff, which I'm yet to do. This V3 is really nice. Yeah. But if you remember a couple videos back, there was a V5 Plus. Actually, I think it's just a V5. But in my head, it feels like V6 or something. Because it's definitely the climb that I've spent the longest on. I think I've spent like a good 3 weeks on it, even though that's not like every single session is on that climb. But when I'm filming this, which is the 11th, there's going to be a reset, most likely on the weekend. So yeah, that's like all my attempts gone. But the thing I wanted to focus on wasn't like the time that I spent on this climb, but more the mentality. So while I'm stalling and waiting for the climb to show on screen, one of the things that I wanted to discuss was how I was tracking my progress on this climb. And it's like it sort of gets tricky sometimes depending on the climb, because the crux move for the V5, which you can see on screen now actually with the big macros, is like the third move in. So like, just speaking logically, if I'm falling on the third move every single time, it feels like I'm stuck, and I'm not like, I don't have access to the entire climb, and sometimes that can be really distressing and like just like demotivating. So one change I made from like a couple weeks ago was I realized I didn't have to match to go into the jug. If I just went right hand, then I could like still keep the heel hook method and then go left hand into the pocket straight away, rather than going left hand and then, matching and then going. So yeah, I think progress wise, the bottom section I think I nailed, and it one of the ways that I was sort of trying to discuss like my progress to myself was that this climb is like on a scale of 0 to 100, and I think learning beta, like real beta, probably gets you to around 50, and then the rest of that, 50 to 100 is micro beta. And so as you can see, the holds aren't like terrible, they're actually pretty good, but the moves themselves are really big. And even though it's not pumpy, I mean I guess it's kind of dangerous, because you're really liable to flappers because of the force that you're generating off your right foot. And every single time I don't do this climb, I'm basically shedding like skin on my right palm, which was something that I didn't like notice on these opening sessions, because I was more just focused on doing the move, and my fingers felt like pretty strong because I had a week off. And here I'm linking the top section. Initially, I read it as a reverse bicycle finish, like you could use the intermediate hold for your left foot, but I feel like I wasn't the right height for that, like the box wasn't quite right. So yeah, the finish isn't like as hard as I expected. And now I'm trying to isolate the move and like just do it from the ground, which kind of simulates like the movement where I have to do like a double clutch where I'm going right hand and left hand. And I felt like if I was able to get that into my muscle memory, then I wouldn't be able to drop the move from there on, because like once you learn something, it's really hard to unlearn it, especially in climbing. But that sensation didn't stick with me, which was like weird, because that's something that I don't usually experience. And as you can see here, now I'm trying to do like even more ground attempts, because I feel like I'm literally 1% away from doing that move. And in terms of progress, when I say like 0 to 100, I feel like I was at literally 90%, and I needed those like 2%. And that's why I think progress becomes so blurry, because there's such a big range of micro beta that kind of goes unseen, which like prevents me from sticking the move, because I think I'm setting up correctly and I'm generating like a good amount of force every time, but I'm just missing that 1% that allows me to do the move. But yeah, the mentality I had going to these sessions was either the climb gets stripped on the weekend and I run out of time, or two, I literally cannot climb it anymore, which is what has happened to my hand. But either way, in both of those scenarios, I'm still trying my best and I'm giving it my all. So yeah, I think that's still a success. And the reason why I wanted to film this, because it's literally Thursday and I just got back from the gym, is that I want to document not just like my successes, but also my failures. Because this is one of my longest projects. I literally spent 3 weeks on it, like 3 sessions this week. I climbed with all three of my shoes, which I think that's kind of placebo. And then I ended up with 3 flappers, so yeah. Funny, I guess. But yeah, because of the flapper, I won't be having any more sessions this week. But hopefully I do have one more like week of climbing in me here at Rise Climbing before I go out to uni, because I'm going back on the 1st of October. And I do apologize for the like lack of weekly videos. In my head, I feel like I really want to create like quality videos and like climb quality things rather than like just like pumping out videos which aren't like that good, or like the climbs aren't that good, I mean. But yeah, I think going into uni, that's kind of the approach that I want to take, where it's not like weekly videos, but like I'm still documenting the things that I want to document, such as like these like really nice projects which I literally give my all for. And this was the attempt which ended me trying this climb any longer. As you can see, there's like 10 pieces of tape. I tried to anchor the like the tape around my wrist around the flapper, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just so heavy that the tape just rips off like after one attempt. And yeah, I won't. Um, I guess I won't feel any regret, not being able to do this boulder. I'm just glad that I was able to give it my all. And yeah, thank you to everyone who has been subscribing and liking. I hope you all enjoy your summer, like the rest of summer, and good luck with uni. Thank you.